biggest rivalry game. It's the Cowboys and the Giants on Sunday Night Primetime.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table, and some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Now a three-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Throwing here, Howell. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Mixing up the middle. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll drop this one down and mix it. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And this one's incomplete. Boy, I tell you, the schedule makers got it right here in week 1. A lot of great games today. And another Buffalo and the Jets right here in this very stadium tomorrow night. Won't that be fun? But of these two teams, Charles, Giants and Cowboys, which one do you think is the bigger threat to Philadelphia in the NFC East?
As we start here right now, it's got to be Dallas. How explosive are they offensively? Extremely. And on the defensive side of the ball, they take it away from teams. But don't count out the Giants. Their defense, they get after you with a lot of pressure. If their quarterback continues to grow, look out.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Lance to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lance. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Diamador Lenore up to make the tackle. Now a 2nd and 6.
At the Cowboys, 43-yard
To throw, it's Lance. Short throw to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Ready? Blaster, stick.
Lance now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing rail. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Ready?
Now Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here's 2nd and 10.
Black shot. White. Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Right through. Drill green. Red, cycle. Hut, hut.
Again, it's Lance. And that will be incomplete as well. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now... down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Let's go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Deonte Banks there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. And Howe will throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Howe throwing on 3rd down here. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Sam Howell keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Mixon again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Butker's kick here is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he returns this to the 22. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
And Lance going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Black Ultra. Field black.
On first down, Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Yellow. Ready?
A Lance again here on second and 10. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7.
Another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Okay.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Yellow. Ready?
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Back to Mixon on first down. Shifts by him. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second down. Howell now. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Howell. Open man here is Conklin. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. It's Howell with another throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. One last shot before the break. Howell. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. On the move to his left. And this is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
Ready.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. It was Tyus Bowser that time who made the play on the defensive side. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now a 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Third and long, here's Howell. And he's got his big tight end here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Ready?
They do go for it. Lance. It's deep for Duvernay. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10, Howell. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Gain of 15. 1st down, Dallas.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now they go play action with Howell. And that is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll go play action. Howell. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They've been planning for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Lance. That is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Lance looking to throw it. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them. Pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
White. Claws red. Set.
Now Lance. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lance again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
The Lance going to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. Smith catches left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Cycle. 6. Mega.
Here's Lance to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And Lance now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on third down.
Dobbins is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. What a start to the season. This has been back and forth. All tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Powell. Wilson's got it complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Now it's Mixon running right. Oh, a nifty juke there.
How much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Powell, another throw on second down. It's Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
For the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Butker's kick here is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
New York's offense back out there and set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing on first down is Lance. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Set.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 58 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, 38. 97.
Desperation time here. Lance. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Again, it's Lance. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Now 2nd and 4.
Seal, black. Hut, hut.
Now Lance. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. First and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
This is third and goal.
Ready.
Here's Lance.
Flushed out right.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I were going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. They'll come up first and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 98 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. He finds Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. And for the visitors...